Hi, I'm Lauren from LSP Actions and Focus Darling. Welcome to this tutorial for the Photography Business Binder board for Trello. Thank you for purchasing, and we're just going to dive in. I'm going to show you a basic overview of how to use Trello, how you might use this. So it's just totally flexible, really. We've designed everything that you need. You can add more in, you can take things away, you can edit everything. If you didn't already watch video tutorial number 1, the first thing you need to do is create a board from this template. Go through how to get started, this list here with the individual cards inside. Think of the cards as digital post-it notes. How to get started and how to use this Trello board. We've been through this in video 1 and we archived these out of the way to get started with my business binder for photography. So here's a basic overview of Trello. This whole thing here is a Trello board. Think of it as a book, as a diary, as a whiteboard on the wall with post-its, however you want to think about this. This is one specific Trello board. You can have lots of boards in your Trello account. To get back to your main Trello account, just hit the Trello icon. In your board, you have individual lists. Each list I've popped into a category and designed for you. Normally you just get a blank board. I've added everything in here. And within these lists, you have cards. Think of the cards as pages, post-it notes, sections, however you like to think of them. First of all, you have business information, my business information. In this section, you can add your business contact details, your social links, your branding, your logo, any legal and tax information, your business subscriptions, your logins, like your website, your domain, your client management system, your business outgoings, your bills and everything. Your receipts, purchases, your invoices, secure information, and anything else. If you want to add, adapt, or change anything in here, you can scroll to the bottom of each list, and you see here, you can add a card. And you can add anything in that you like. I've added everything that you might possibly need, but there might be something you want to change or add differently. You can add it here. So we can put, add your card title here, and there you go. And now you've got another card. You can drag these to reorder if you wanted to. I like to keep the important stuff at the top, so you might want to drag this card here. You might want to reorganize everything. And it's the same for all of these. You can add cards. If you want to take something away, for example, receipts, purchases and invoices. If, for example, you've got another way of managing these and you don't want them taking up space in the Trello, you can click on the pencil and hit archive on computer. If you're using this on your phone or device, you can drag to the top and there will be a little archive icon. But you can watch the phone overview video to see this on a mobile device, which is the same for Android and Apple. But we're looking at this on the computer. And the great thing is as well, you can pop this on in your, if you're on your desktop or your laptop, your MacBook, you can pop it on, install the app on your phone, and they will talk to each other and update in real time. So whether you're out, whether you're in whether you're in a coffee shop, whether you're in the petrol station, whether you're on your office working, your Trello is going to be up to date, whichever device you view it on at any one time, which is why I love it. And the great thing about the business binder that we've designed for you is you can have everything in one place. So there will never be any looking around for all of the stuff you need to do. So keeping on with my business information for a moment, what I'm going to show you now is kind of how you use the rest of the elements in this board. Let's go on my business contact details. Description is basically you can add your main information in here. You can add comments. You can add a checklist if you wanted to, where you can copy and paste things off. This is great for to do, but we're just going to focus on this basic area here. So you can hop in and click to change. So for example, I'm doing this for Lemon Sky Photography. Hi, I'm Lauren at Lemon Sky Photography. Here are all the places you can reach me. And once you've filled this section out with your information, You can hop into Trello. It takes 2 seconds. You can copy and paste and pop it anywhere you need at any one time without having to retype. So I'm just pasting this in. And the great thing as well, websites and everything will come up as hyperlinks. Etc. So you can add anything you need here and hit save. We can just click on these and they will open in a new window. Absolutely fantastic. And you can copy and paste this really, really easily. So that's how you add the information in. Keeping with my business information, branding and logo. Each one of these I've popped some little instructions in. So your logo, you can click the little attachment icon and you can do this for any of the cards to add an image, a PDF, or you can simply screenshot and paste and that will also work. So we can hit attachment, choose file, and go ahead and add your logo. That's just going to add it in and you can scroll down at any point and you can download the image if you need to upload your logo anywhere. The main font that you use, for example for me, is Playfair. My sub font is Open Sans, bold. Your branding colours, you can add them in here, whatever they are. Add your hex codes. Any brand images, do you have your headshots, your brand images working behind the scenes, any of that? Just add the links in, or again, you can add them as attachments. Brand text snippets and information. Do you have kind of a branding statement that you use everywhere? For example, LSP Actions is Photoshop Actions, Lightroom presets and overlays for creative photographers. What is yours? Add it here. Add little snippets that you can add in. This is really great. You just hit save. And now you have your branding and logo in there. Your social links. Click to add them in. Your legal and tax information, you do not want to be hunting for this every year, especially if you have more than one tax code or number. Add it all in and then you know it's off your shoulders forever. You can just jump into this Trello board and grab it. If you wanted to, we've popped a card in that you can put your internet phone, your card reader, banking, PayPal, all the way down to your business rates, your car, your insurances. Add it all in there. Do you need to add a number? Do you need to add the amount that goes out every month? Do you need to add the bank account? Pop it in and it's all in one place. Yes, it takes a little bit of setting up, but you can do sit and do the bulk of it. You can just add to it when you want on your phone, on your device, when you've got a moment. Just add a little bit in. Every time you come across something, think, I'm going to add that to my business binder in Trello. Your business subscription logins. So for example, your website, whatever your website, it might be WordPress. You could either add your password in, by the way guys, that's not my password, or you could add a password hint, which is something like that, your password hint if you use the usual password for everything, we all do it. Your email host, your domain host, mailing list, Dropbox, online gallery viewer, Canva, Trello, your editing software, Photoshop and Lightroom, Evoto, slideshow software, Animoto, screen recorder, anything like that. Pop all your logins down because there is nothing worse than relying on Google Chrome to remember your logins until it doesn't, and then you can't get in. If you pop everything in one place, I've done it on my personal business binder. This is literally based off my own business binder that I designed and I've been using for 8 years for myself. I've got everything in there, literally everything. Even if I lost my phone, even if I logged out of everything, all I'd need to do is log into my personal Trello account and I can get it. And Trello is obviously as secure as any other login. But of course, for security, I would add password hints so that you know what it is, just in case, if you know what I mean. And here I've added your name, your URL, your login, your password, and your social links for all of these. There's loads of them here, but you can just add more if you wanted to. for your secure information and logins if you wanted to. You can either leave this if you don't want to add to it, or you can click the little pencil and hit archive and it'll go away. This is your business binder. You need to make this work for you. So once you have your business information all in one place, it feels like a weight has been lifted off your shoulder. It's absolutely incredible feeling. Although right now I'm looking at all of my paper diaries stacked up on my shelf and they look very sad. Sorry guys, we're over to Trello. Now the next section is your to-do list. This is what Trello was born to do, is having a to-do list. And there are two ways of having a rolling to-do list. So the best thing about Trello is you can constantly drag, drop, add, remove, change your task cards. So that's why your to-do list, it's like a living, breathing creature. You've got everything you need to do that you're doing, that's in progress and that you've done. I've set it up for you this way. So you have to do, in progress and done. This is the way my brain works best. I hope it works great for you, but you can always tweak this about. So you can either add a checklist or you can add individual list cards. There's two ways of having. I actually prefer to add individual list cards, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But Trello was actually designed as a checklist. So it's a funny one. And I'm going to show you both ways. But literally anything. Do you need to buy more coffee for your studio? Add it in. Do you need to remember to reply to that complicated email that you got yesterday that you're procrastinating on? Add it. Update your Photoshop. Attend a Zoom meeting. You literally everything. Add it in. Add everything to keep your to-do list like a living creature. Once a task is done, you can drag it to the done section. And if there's one thing better than crossing a task off your to-do list, it's dragging it around in Trello. It just feels so productive. So we have a to-do section, an in progress section, and a done. And like I said, there's two ways of doing this. You need to decide what's going to work best for you. I'm going to click on to do. A rolling list of things to do. You can either add items in the Trello board, which I'm going to show you in just a moment, or you can add them below using checkboxes, whatever works for you. Buttercup. So this is a checklist. You can click to add an item and you can check the items off as you go. So I'm going to click to add an item and let's say buy more coffee pods for studio. Okay, add that in. That's something I need to do. Schedule a Zoom meeting with Julia. Who doesn't want a Zoom with Julia? Okay, so these are things to do. And the great thing you can do, you can add your to-do list and think, right, that's off my shoulders now. It's in my Trello with everything else. It's all in the same place. This is great. And when you've done it, you can click and it's going to cross it off. Look at that. Ah, satisfying, right? Satisfying. So you can do that and you can keep checking your to-do list off. Absolutely fantastic. But the way I like to do it is as cards. It may be perhaps not the most elegant way of doing it, but I love to be able to log into my Trello and see my to-do in the right place. So I'm going to click add a card at the bottom, buy coffee pods for studio, right? And that's going to come up in the done section, obviously, because it comes up at the bottom. So I'm just going to drag it into my to-do. Schedule Zoom meeting with Julia. And I'm going to drag that in my to-do list. You can add personal here too. Buy the kids new school shoes. Okay, so that's fine. Just stick it in there. It's great having this as your business binder, but you can pop a few personal bits in here too. Why not? It's all happening at the same time. Life is so crazy. So right now, under my to-do, buy coffee pods for the studio, schedule a Zoom meeting, and buy the kids new school shoes, right? So, for example, if I've scheduled the meeting, I might pop that that's in progress. I've organised a day to buy the new school shoes. It's in progress. And this is great. Look, it's so satisfying. And when you've done it, you can either remove it, or if you like to see all the cool things you're achieving, you can pop it down in your done list. And it's done. Or if, like me, you've got a brain like a sieve, You might want to come in and go, did I do it? Did I do it? Yes, it's in my done section. I did it. And we're done. So there's two ways. You can either have your checklist when you click on the card and it's inside, or you can add a card, write one line of what you need to do, and drag them about. That's what I love about Trello. You can drag about in sections. Next up in your business binder, you have your price lists. This is where you are going to add your current price lists. You can add the PDF. You could add a link to your Canva account where you design the look of your brochures and price lists. You could add a link to your website. You could add text of your prices, just a simple basic copy and paste price list. Whatever you need to do, you can use this section to add your current price lists, any special offers and links, and you can quickly access this whenever is needed. So for example, you're talking to your customer online, or perhaps you're like me and I am absolutely terrible at remembering my session prices because things are changing all the time. Different sessions have got different prices. So that's how to use the price list section. So let's go down. Price list, PDF and links. You can add your price list PDFs, your brochures, your session information as attachments if you have them. Just click attachment and upload, and they'll be there anytime on any device you want to re-download them. You can grab them. And you can add a link to your price list. So say it's your website. Whatever your price list is going to be, you can add it in there. So you can quickly add it for your client. You could add a list. For example, we can put bullet points just by clicking here on the editor. You have your newborn prices. You could have, cake smash. And you can add the links in so you can quickly grab these if needed. Everything in one place is so important. Your price links text. Do you have a written description of your prices to copy and paste? If so, copy it off your website. Copy and paste text here. And it's done. You can grab it back anytime you need. It's just right there. The whole point of this is so you can get everything at your fingertips. Price list links. Add your links into your online price list. You could add another card, anything here. If you wanted to separate things off. Newborn price list, bundles, cake. And you can literally just click them and add information. It's absolutely wonderful. Now we're onto your marketing section. The first three cards, your business information, your to-do list and your price lists, are about your organisation. Now we're getting into your marketing. This is where things get super fun. If you need somewhere and you love somewhere to keep all of your marketing information, if you do not have your system, or you do have a system but you're making screenshots and they're just sitting in your gallery, you're making notes, this is where to keep them. Because marketing takes many forms in your photography business. You can use this section to keep track of your marketing efforts, make plans, jot down any ideas, note down your marketing returns here. We've also popped a link in for our track and convert lead and sales tracker. This is not included, but if you wanted to look into that, you can. It's super helpful. You might want to put information about any paid advertising, any blogging that you're doing or planning, your social media, any organic posts, how well are they doing? Printed media, have you printed business cards, posters, wall art, business cards, competitions? How do you format your posts? Anything. You can just edit that there and you've got it to hand. So now we're down to advertising campaigns. You can use this area to track your paid advertising efforts and results. There's lots of ways you can do this. You could pop a link in to your spreadsheet if you've got one. You can do it by hand. You could put newborn, for example, newborn Facebook video ad for model call. Just make yourself some notes. Say we spent, I don't know, my goodness, it would help if I could talk, type. Anything like that, you can keep a note, because we tend to screenshot this stuff, or we try and make a note of it and we think we're going to use Trello as your wheelbarrow, your apple cart. Pop everything in it. Anything that needs to move, your moving lorry from one zone to another. Use Trello as your van if you need to move anything around. The great thing about this is it keeps your brain free for creating. You can just shove everything in a way that you understand. Come back to it later. Blogging. Do you have any ideas for a blog post? Blog client sessions. Blog about studio safety. Blog about my photography journey. So anything you're doing here, you can note these and you can put more information about them. For example, blog about client sessions. Let's change that text style to a heading. We'll come under to normal text. Blog post. Medium length. Sorry, I am terrible at typing and talking. It can't just be. Here's maternity session and add photos. Link to the reel and booking form plus February special. Okay. And you've got it there. You can also then add this to your to-do list. It's great for hashing information out. Competitions, any ideas about competitions that you're going to run, add them in here. The same for your mini sessions, special offers, and you can add more here if you wanted to. If there's something you think I'm going to add there, add it in. Next up we have social media posts list here with lots of cards inside. Oh, not me clicking on the wrong thing there. Okay, so this is where you keep on top of your ideas, trends, and everything needed for your socials. So your social media strategy, you can use this area to plan your social media posts, campaigns, engagement strategies. You can add any images here to access from your phone by clicking the attachment button. So if you've got some images you're going to be posting, add them in here and you can grab them all in one place. If you're a little bit like me, we like to use the planner in Facebook. We like to use the planner to schedule, but you might be on the hop, you might be nowhere near your computer and you get a great idea. And you know that by the time you walk out the room, it would have gone out of your head if you're anything like me. So this is a great place. Quickly open up your Trello, jot it in, note it in. Your ideas for social media posts, especially use it to make notes. Every time you get an idea for a good social post for your business, add it here, add images here, add screenshots, add inspiration, add anything. Engagement posts. What are you going to do to get more organic engagement on your page? Write it down here. These are prompts for you ready to go. So you can literally just open this up and fill it in. Reels. What reels do you need to record? Are you going to double them up for your stories? Are you making different stories? Are you going to be filming anything on your phone, on your camera? How are you doing your reels? Make a note of your best performing posts and reels here. This is completely empty. Write the date, stick a screenshot in. You can write a comment with each one of these, pop a screenshot of your post, pop a screenshot of the analytics of that post, of the data, of the algorithm, pop it in there. See what works and what does not work for your business. Next up, you have the reviews list. This is where you're going to copy and paste your glowing client reviews. You can use the paperclip attachment icon to add any photos to these reviews or screenshots. Having reviews at your fingertips will save you having to scroll your website, Google, Facebook, anywhere else every time you need them. I know that stuff can feel quite overwhelming and you end up not doing it. So you're going to use what you've got on your Trello. So you may as well put it in there because it's all going to be on the same place. You can either add photos, add screenshot reviews, or you can click these, just highlight the text, add the glowing review here. and the client's name and hit enter. And you've got it there to copy and paste anytime you need. I'll put a few of these in for you. You can add more. You just got to click down the bottom, add a card, once you've filled these up. Next up, your business growth and tracking. So in this section, you can add any of your analytics, any tracking, trends you've noticed, any patterns in your business. If you'd like resources to demystify this, you can, again, head on over to our Track and Convert. If you end up getting our Track and Convert for Google Sheets, which is really, really great, designed by Julia at LSP and Focus Darling. If you end up grabbing this, I'm not going to be advertising it right now. This does sound like an advertisement. It's not. We've put it together to be super helpful. You can just pop the link to it in here and you can access that any time you need. Next up, we have purchased courses. Your courses and subscriptions that you have purchased. The ones that you grabbed, they're in your inbox, gathering digital dust. They're in a folder on your desktop, and every time you look at it, you feel guilty because you need to start. Let's make you feel better and pop them all in one place. So course title, you click on this. I don't know, how to photography, Lauren, that's terrible. Okay, it will do for now, right? Your course membership title. Okay, how to photography. Let's stick with that for now. That sounds pretty apt, doesn't it? Your login link. howtophoto.com. Your username. You can add the password here, or you can add my usual password, or you could put password saved securely, etc. You can add a screenshot. Now this is something I would really recommend doing. Click on that course, screenshot it, and literally here hit Control on your keyboard and V, and that is going to paste it in. You don't even have to add an attachment, and hit save. This has been one of the #1 things that in my Trello board that I use for my business binder, my personal one, is all of those courses. So at any point I can go in and go, right, what courses have I done? I've purchased a course on how to do X type of photography. I'm going to dive in and watch that. So where would it be? And instead of, because, you know, sometimes you don't even remember who you purchased the course of. It's terrible to say it, isn't it? But it's true. So go on in, add your courses, go on, get into your inbox, find out what you subscribe for, screenshot them and quickly add them here. And they are good to go. In the future, if you grab a good course, if you grab a freebie, anything like that, add it in, seriously, as you go. This is the #1 bit of advice I can give you to keep this ball going, because I do that all the time. Now we're into your business to business, your business contacts. Networking with other businesses is one of the most important things you can do for your business, aside from getting clients and growing your client base. So add your business contacts in, reach out. Your neighbours, other photographers in your area. If you're a newborn photographer, add the private midwife information. Reach out to them, add their contact information, a quick note, and then add more inside. So for example, this could be JD Smith, the midwife, Jane Doe Smith, a quick note, brackets, private midwife, sharing client base. Okay. Business name, their name, their contact name, the relationship, how are they associated with your business? Maybe they're not yet, maybe you'd like to reach out to them, pop their contact information in, any more information you need, and go. And you've got it all here. And then to end off in your business binder, you can add your own. You can add as many of these lists as you want to. You can reorder them, you can drag them around. I like to keep the ones that I use the most front and center. You literally just grab the titles and you can drag them. If you want to add your own, right at the end, we can't see it too well on here actually because of the way that the background is, but you've got add another list. Add another list. Here's a card, and you can add as many as you need. Here's another one. And so on. And you can add your own in. You can also take a card from one board and you can paste it to another. Trello is just drag and drop. If you want to add your own and you want to keep things looking good like this with the titles that I've made, these are images, these titles like this. These are just images I've created in Canva for free. I've made you a template. So you can click on this down here where it says add a new title card. You can click on this, it's going to go to Canva and it's going to give you this template for free that you can use for a new design if you wanted to. So that is how to use your business binder for your photography in a nutshell. I'd love to see what you do with this, because even though I've designed it with everything in mind for your business, you might drag things around, you might move things, you might add your new lists and cards in. I would really love to see, to hear from you about how you're doing with this. Start getting it populated. This is not something to procrastinate on. Just download it onto your phone, open it up and start filling in what you can do, what you want to do. Get some things checked off your to-do list, link your price lists in there, get some ideas for social posts, add some reviews, the courses and subscriptions. If you can start populating that, you get a gold medal, because that is going to help you so much. Once you start, it's actually really quite addictive and it's just fantastic to use. You can watch the next videos for how to use your client management Trello and your bonus growth and inspiration station Trello boards. So I'll see you over in the next videos. I'm Lauren, thanks for watching.